Hi there guys, my name is Danielle. You can call me Danny and welcome to my channel. Today I am doing something very different than the normal review tutorial type things. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put two Morphe palettes head to head against each other. And this is, I want to say it's kind of like a review, but then again it's also just a way to play with this new palette that has been released by Morphe. By the title, you already know what palette it is. But if you don't know which other Morphe palette I'm talking about, it is this one. It is the Morphe 35B. This one was discontinued a little bit before James came out with his palette with Morphe. And this is what the 35B looked like. It was their most colorful palette that they had, and it's my favorite. It's beautiful. We've had amazing looks together with this palette. I'll leave a few pictures here so you can see, because this is my go-to main palette for beautiful, colorful looks. So then a few months ago, Morphe came out with a whole new palette that's very colorful, very beautiful, and it released with a collab of Sister James himself. Now James is very well known for his huge, beautiful looks, his artistic styles, and his sort of out of the box, non-normal like face stuff. Now he does use a lot of the same products on his face a lot of the times. What changes is his eyes and his creativity to create different, like out of the box, normal makeup looks, if that makes sense. And so then I decided to grab a few of these because I wasn't sure if they were going to be limited edition or not. So I grabbed a few to keep in my makeup collection. And then I grabbed his palette, which is definitely a lot bigger than the 35B palette. And it does have some very similar shades into it. Now I know this is really late coming in because as soon as James' palette came out, there were so many reviews and so many tutorials with it. Now, I grabbed this palette thinking I also wanted to do a review or tutorial with it, but the idea just wasn't that interesting to me because so many people were already doing it. And I'm really sorry for this very long intro. I just felt like it needed explanation onto why I'm just now touching it. But basically in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the exact same look on both eyes but with the two different palettes. So on this side it's going to be the James Charles palette, which is my right. And then the left side is going to be the Morphe 35B, which is discontinued. So I am not saying to go buy this one because it's no longer there, and I'm definitely saying don't try to look for it. Don't pay so much money for it if it's on sale somewhere else, because there's so many colorful, okay, there's not a lot, but there's a few colorful palettes out there. So basically all I want to know is if this formula is the same to the 35B or if this formula is better than the 35B, the pigmentation, the staining, the overall look, how it comes out with. Basically I just want to see if the James palette is definitely different than the Morphe's palette, because James did say he worked hands-on, created the colors, you know, worked really hard on this, and I definitely believe it because this is very, very beautiful. But is the formula better? That is what we're gonna see today. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna zoom you in. We're gonna start creating a look and let's get started. So first we're gonna be dipping into a 35B palette, and we're gonna be using this light, I want to say it's kind of like a light sand color, as if you were going to the beach, and we're going to use that as our base and main transition shade. And remember, the 35B palette is going to be on my left side, and so then we're just going to lay that all over the lid and make sure it covers and sets the concealer. And dipping into the James Charles palette, definitely a lot bigger, so I gotta be careful with this one. There is another sand type color, which is right up here in the corner, And this one I think is called Canvas. And just like the other shade, we are going to lay that all over the lid. Next, what I'm going to do is dip into the 35B palette and dip into this it's a purple shade, but it's hard to describe. It's like a violet type purple. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap the excess off of it and just lightly lay it on the outer corner of the eye. Looking at the James palette, there's not a very violet color. There's mostly just purples and then blue, different sections. But I think, it's gonna be hard. I think maybe the closest one I can find is maybe this blue down here, because it looks like it might have a tint of purple to it. And dip into this one, which is called Cola. Which doesn't make sense because cola is not blue, but okay. The pigmentation is definitely there. I did have to blend it just a little bit longer just to get some of the pigmentation off, which is not a bad thing. It just means it's very pigmented and it's good. You know, you want very pigmented things. And then next, dipping into the 35B palette, and I'm going to be dipping into this very beautiful bright purple. It's a very opposite color than what we used. The violet one, to lightly go over the violet shade that we put down. It looks like there is a kind of similar purple in the James Charles palette, and it's this one down here, and it is the shade Escape. There is quite a bit of fallout in this one, which is okay. It's definitely assumed with very bright colors because those ones take a lot more, I want to say, oh, that's definitely not the same shade. Tap out more access. Sorry, like I was saying, it definitely takes more pigment and more like pressure pressing in to create the shade. Now, as I'm seeing right now, the purple, what's it called? The Escape does not want to blend with the Cola. And there's just like this big muddy mess at the end of my eyelid. And I do not like that. Now, looking head on, you can definitely see there is a slight difference in the shades. This one is definitely a more brighter purple, while this one's more cool tone and more, it changed more into violet on the James Charles side. And I'm kind of, in the words of James Charles, I'm kind of a little spooked magoot. Now, going into the 35B palette, I'm going to dip into this darker shade of purple here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack it on the outer corner of the eyelid and then into the crease. sorry, the camera cut off. But what I did is that I grabbed a different e.l.f. eye brush and dipped back into that deep purple, which is the Escape shade. My sheet got all messed up again. Yes, the Escape. And I deepened the outer corner of my eye and the crease. Now, I do like how both eyes look. This one though, it doesn't have that second color that this one has that just adds like that nice little ombre effect to the top of my eyelid. So what I'm gonna do to try and fix that is I'm gonna grab a different brush and dip into this light purple that's right next to that Escape shade. This one is called Single. Poor James. Tap off some access and then just lightly go over it on the top. Okay, it looked better, but it's definitely still more darker than this side, but it's fine. We're gonna keep on going. We're almost done. So then going into the 35B palette, and we're gonna be dipping into this beautiful light blue. As you can see, this is one of my favorite shades in the whole entire palette. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect it to that purple shade right in the middle. I'm gonna be using this beautiful blue shade that's right here, and this one is called Playground. Right, and then just like with the other one, gonna put it right on the outside and in the middle, and then blend them together. Okay, I am getting irritated by the James Charles palette. So I tried using the Essence eye blender brush, and the blue did not want to blend in with the purple, and instead it just took it right off. So if you see here, the blue just came off with the eye blender brush. And then when I tried to put it over here to blend it with the purple just disappeared. I am very frustrated with this James Charles palette. No offense, James, but I'm getting frustrated. It doesn't look that bad on camera, but in this mirror, it looks terrifying. I definitely don't like it. I am very mad. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can fix this. Hold on. Give me one quick second to try to fix it. Well, we're just gonna try our best. Okay, so the only way to fix it was deepen out this one. So now I have to go back to this one and deepen this one out. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna go back into the 35B palette and deepen this outer corner. I am getting very mad, but it's fine. We're almost done. Deep breaths. We're almost done. Okay, great. Now, if you're thinking, Danny, you're probably just doing the look wrong. No. I have done this look so many times. It's one of my go-to looks, and You know, this side is doing great. My usual 35B look that I always use is great. It looks fantastic, just like how I always make it. This side, the James Charles one, is the one giving me issues. The colors don't want to blend together. So I'll admit, the pigmentation is there. It's amazing. But they don't want to blend together. And that is what actually makes me mad. Okay, my vent is over. Now we're going to finish it off. And last thing I'm going to do is put a blue shimmer on the inner corners of my eye look. And for the James Charles one, we'll be using this beautiful blue shimmer right here. Just using our finger. And this one is called Acapella, which I love Acapella. And we're gonna just put it right here. There. It doesn't look that bad, but I'm pretty sure it is a little darker than the one in the 35B palette. Gonna wipe off my finger. It's okay, guys. It's almost over. We're almost done. But the thing is that I'm not gonna be wiping this off. I'm going to work looking like this. So if they don't match, I'm gonna be furious. So this one right here is the one that I always use. It's my favorite. And grab my finger in it. Oh, that's so beautiful. I love it so much. And add that into the inner corner of my eye. Okay, so I was right. This one is definitely darker than the usual 35B one. It's okay. It's not like, I mean, it is kind of like a little big difference, but it's not bad. It's fine. Okay, guys. So I'm just gonna finish my under eyes off camera because that's not that important. And then I'm just gonna finish the rest of my face and I'll come back with my thoughts. Alrighty, I am back with the official look done. I just put on some lashes and some lipstick and I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how I'm feeling about this right now. Of course, I love my 35B palette. It looks amazing, just like it always does. The James Charles palette looks good, like it's good. It doesn't match the other eye all the way, which is, you know, fine. You know, it's not bad for having to work with two different palettes, but I don't know. The colors just did not blend very well together. A lot fell out on my face. But what I think I'm gonna do is, before I finish this video, is that when I go to my work, I'm just gonna ask a few of my coworkers to see which eye they think looks better. And we'll see, you know, just which one is greater, or if Morphe should just bring back the 35B palette. Because maybe not everyone wants to get the James Charles palette. I don't know. I'm a little iffy on it. It's a beautiful palette, yes. The pigmentation is amazing. The fallout is a little greater, but you know, that's to be expected with really bright colored eyeshadows. And I don't know, like the pan sizes are great. The amount of, you know, the price point for it is good. I don't know how I 100% feel about this. So I'm just gonna go throughout the day, ask a few of my coworkers what they think, and then I will come back with my final thoughts at the end of the day. Alrighty guys, I am back from my work, and honestly, you can barely see a difference between them. Now, I asked 10 people. Some of them were my coworkers and some of them were even customers on which eye they liked better. I kept a little tally. They did not know which was on which side until after they answered the question. And I'm not gonna lie, it was really close. I almost thought it was gonna be a draw. The winner was the discontinued Morphe 35B palette. They said that the blending looks better and that the shadows just worked better together, while on this side it looked like they were really clumpy and the blending just was off, which you guys know I was really mad about the blending because it wouldn't blend together. So 6 people voted for this side. 4 people voted for the James Charles side. They said that it was more vibrant and a little more bold, which I can definitely see it a little bit from either like a distance or even up close. I can see that the blue is the only difference between these two eyes. This is a little more brighter, but this one definitely just has like more pulling color to it. But I would have to agree with the left side. I do kind of love the Morphe 35B palette better than the James Charles palette, but I still love the James Charles palette. So the winner here is the discontinued 35B palette. Now, if you guys don't believe me that I took tallies, boom. There's my tally mark, the left side and the right side. You guys remember the left side was the 35B palette, and then the right side was the James Charles and Morphe side. So there you have it. The winner is the 35B palette, but I also want to know what you guys think. If you think the left side is better or the right side is better, leave a comment down below. Or do you just think they look the same and there's no difference? If you are not a person who's into very colorful things or just want neutral tones, so you would only use like the middle and top part of the palette, then no, I wouldn't recommend it unless you are a collector of things like me. If you like to just collect like good collabs or things that inspire you type things, then yes, I would say grab the palette and treasure it forever. But if you are only going to use the neutrals on it, I would say no. If you only want to get it because it has James' names on it, maybe, sure. And all I'm saying is both palettes are really good in different ways. The James Charles palette, you just have to work with it very well, and you have to spend a little more time on it than you would have to with other palettes. So will I be purchasing another James Charles palette? Probably not in the near future. I already have enough for me, so I'm good. Morphe, if this ever comes to you, please bring back the 35B palette. It is beautiful. It is amazing. I like the formula of this one just a little bit better than the James one because it blends easier and the pigment is just way more better to build and blend out. So Morphe, if you could, bring back the 35B, that would be great. Thank you. Alrighty guys, I will leave down below where you can find the James Charles palette if it's not sold out. And use code JAMES for 10% off or whatever. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up down below so I know. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I post every Friday. And remember, leave a comment on which eye you think looks better, and just overall what you think of the James Charles palette, if it's too overhyped, or if you haven't gotten it, or if you got it and you felt the same way. Let me know down below. I really want to know, you know? And also hit that bell notification so you know when I upload my videos on Friday, because it is fluctuating a little bit. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you next Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notifications. Make sure to give this video a like and follow all my social media. The links will be down below as usual. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you next Friday.